Time to do some sketchy shit. Doo-dah, doo-dah. Hope I get away with it. Oh, da doo-dah day.
Just managed to take 3 steps and get another beer. Hello, folks. Welcome to Last Man Standing. I'm Dan Hollifield. With me tonight, at the moment, is Aunt Donna, but that might change at any time. But thank you for showing up tonight, and we'll try and entertain you as best we can. And if you're not entertained, probably my fault. Uh,
Yep.
And yeah, I could not find the link to this show on my iPad, so I can't comment in the comments section without showing up to every, um, well, not showing up, but acting as if it was everything that Joe Dog has got the shows set up to stream to. So, and that it'll be all right. It'll be all right. But um, yeah. Let's see. Yes, it did. No, Carl. Joe Dog did not mess it up. It's a matter of when the button gets pressed and by whom, I imagine. And I do believe that Aunt Donna is right. It's probably because for the first time ever, I ran the countdown first so that things could just actually proceed to proceed. And then ran the intros. Um, oh Lord, there's a lot of stuff on Facebook. I don't need to see that right now. Um, could be distracting.
Could you?
Um,
I thought I was distracting you.
well, that's a welcome distraction. Uh, Facebook is an unwelcome distraction most of the time. Oh, and Facebook just said, "Be ready to start your video." Sorry, you're 5 minutes late on that one. Don't expect child support payments from me. Uh,
Shoot, 5 minutes, that's not bad. I just got notification of a post Carl mentioned me in on December 24th. Oh, wait a minute. I had already seen that. Why are you telling me about it? There's no new comments.
I've been getting things lately. Um, Someone just commented on a link that you haven't seen yet from somebody else that you haven't seen yet. And I'm going, well, I'm kind of busy. So, yeah, I'm still trying to get a handle on this run up to retirement thing. I realize I'm only on vacation, but it's it's so aggravating. One night I will not be online all that much and go to bed early and then sleep all day. And the next night I'll be online and on camera doing something or watching somebody else's show and I'll get up early and I'm going, make up your mind, biorhythm. I'm trying to settle into a routine here. Um, we've got to do some chores tomorrow that I slept until almost 5 p.m. this afternoon, and I wasn't even awake that long last night. I think it was just shortly after midnight I went to bed. But
Hey,
for some
Chris.
reason, I slept a long time. So the thing that we wanted to get accomplished today did not get accomplished because Lindsay's going, if he's sleeping, he needs to sleep.
Mm,
So, yeah.
getting caught up from when you were working, probably.
Uh, well, I did spend a lot of time having to get up with an alarm clock when I really needed more sleep and be
Mm-hmm.
functional all day for, well, at the end, they're 8 hours a day. And then soon as I got home and started checking my email, I'd be nodded off at the desk and then wake up a little while later and be totally refreshed and ready to do whatever it is that I needed to do that particular day because I've got different schedules for different days.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it's
It'll get better
back.
once you get adjusted.
Yeah, it'll just take some time. I'm been asking Lindsay to forgive me for. No, Rob, I don't think we've ruled anything out. Although she probably wouldn't like me as a cat. Um, but then again, we're very comfortable with those. So let me see here. I'll go over and I'll give Rob a link, even if he chooses it, not being his time of day to be on camera or anything, but we'll just make it possible and he can make his own decision.
You see who else is in the audience? That Witzman dude is still up.
That's amazing, but
Because
he's
he
trying to
didn't get a
finish
nap
crossword
today.
puzzle.
He didn't get a nap today. And he was up way past midnight last night doing that thing he calls writing.
Hmm, I got to try that one day. Oh, yeah. This is an interesting development.
Uh huh.
Oh, oh dear. Hmm.
And I found out I am the president of Vice for the Cult of Chris. Oh, wait a minute, vice
President,
president.
president of Vice. This is an interesting development. I think you said it right the first time. Um,
I think so too. All the advice I can get.
hmm. And Carl's got the first five and the last five chapters. Still got to do 10 in the middle. Yeah, it's weird the way your mind works. You know where you want to go. You know where you started off at, and then you've got to carefully plot a way to get from the beginning to the end. Um, Sometimes it's really aggravating. And he's typing sloppy already. Okay. Um, that's all right. That's all right. Anything to keep the green room on time tomorrow. We will make that sacrifice gladly. Well, maybe not gladly, but we'll make that sacrifice. Remember me, get the torches and pitchforks ready. Um, that was a Frankenstein reference for Rob. Oh,
Did
no,
I ask anything?
no, but oh yeah, yeah. Timelines are important, even for fiction, especially
Mm-hmm.
if it's fiction based on an actual history. So you, if you're making it all up, you can you can be sloppy with it. But if it's something you're trying to tie into an established timeline that people can look up and find actual facts about, yes, you it it behooves you to pay attention to all the details, no matter how small they may happen to be. Um, I am looking forward to reading that. Looking forward to reading a bunch of things now that I'm going to have a whole lot more free time. Um, oh, Nick
Yes.
Tockert's Nick Tockert's book just came out, and I was very happy to go get an ebook copy of that. If he ever managed to show up at one of the same conventions I do, I will have to buy a paperback copy either from him or beforehand so I can get him to autograph it. Uh,
Keep your fingers crossed. He keeps talking about coming to Hallowcon.
well,
Don't know if it's
we
going to be this year again, though.
we've got 10 months, and we'll see if we have to wait another year. That's just gonna have to wait another year.
Yeah.
Oh, Carl, research never ends. Um, now, one of the things I want to get accomplished, I've got to
That's true,
evidently.
Carl.
Well, yes, that's true, but part of the thrill about getting an autograph is standing there in front of the writer and seeing them autograph it. Hello, Dawn.
Hey,
Hello.
Don.
Did you
Hi.
you
Oh, we're both
relocated
in
to the
black.
other room? I see.
Blue.
Yes, I'm now in the green room.
Yeah, meeting Nick in person is one of those things. It's might as well call it a bucket list. Seriously, attending his harem. Oh, you naughty boy. Um, I've already got a reputation that exceeds me. Um,
If you weren't such a Lothario, I tell you.
one of these days, my past history is going to come out, and I'm not going to be looked upon as favorably as I am now.
You guys all think
Ah,
I'm a perfect angel.
I'll,
Depends
I'll
on your
never,
definition of angel.
I'll never achieve that status. I'll tell you that right now. Um,
You could
I
be one
think
of my pagan angels.
yes, that's exactly what we were referencing there, Rob. Uh,
Hi, Rob.
oh, ah. And my wife was watching your Christmas present video here last week, and she goes, "Why did he call you that?" And I go, "Have you ever seen me online?" Uh, oh Lord. Uh, okay. Uh, Carl understands. And hi, Donna and Dawn.
Dawn.
Oh dear. Yes. Um,
If he
I
perfectly
can't
wasn't,
believe he's
functional.
still going too. Not only did
I,
he make it the whole.
he says he's doing
Yeah.
his crossword puzzle.
Yep.
Is that what they call it nowadays?
I mean, that's what he calls it anyway.
I think Joey calls it something else, but still.
Plowing the town.
Yep. The whole town and nothing but the town. So help you God.
Hey, Don.
Yo,
Don, like my new glasses?
I thought
Ooh.
something was different, but I was trying to figure it out.
You got a little bit of a leopard print across here.
I can't wait to see all that, but I was like, something looked different, and I couldn't face it.
You can actually
You went-
see. Um,
Well,
But you're
Carl,
also
I
this
can't.
big on my phone.
Carl,
yeah.
I can't help you with that one. That's a baseball question. I absolutely know nothing about baseball. It's n- not one of those sports that I ever really developed an interest in because nobody knew that I needed glasses at the time. So somebody
you,
throw a
you're,
baseball at me, I can't see it.
you are on a computer. There's this thing called Google.
He's trying not to cheat.
He was trying to use us as Google.
Uh
Do
huh.
I look like a Google?
A gaggle, maybe.
Wait, what? Never mind.
So
Never
I promised you a story, Don.
mind. Mm-hmm.
My maiden name is Baker. Okay, I'm gonna have to go back in history a little bit. One of my favorite uncles was called Uncle Bake. His real name was Forrest, but he was always Uncle Bake. Fast forward to the 60s, my brother's in the Army. His nickname was Bake. And after he came home, a lot of his friends started calling him that. Fast forward again to my junior year in high school. I had to wait until the junior year because of my birthday being so late in the year. And they only had driver's ed in the fall. So for some reason, Coach Kimball also taught driver's ed. And of course, he called all the boys by their last name. He called all the girls by their first name, except me. And he called me Baker. Now, I was kind of a shy thing back then, and authority was authority, but this hit me wrong, and so I didn't answer him in class when he called on me like that. And then one day, he just said, "Hey, Bake, what's this?" And I'm like, "Okay, that's what my favorite uncle was called. That's what my brother was called. I'll go, he can call me Bake." And then one day, the history teacher was sick, and they brought in Coach to sub. And of course, it was just a simple answer the questions at the end of the uh, chapter. You could use the book, bring it in the next day. I don't know how you could get that wrong, but he called. He asked the first question and called on somebody, and they got the answer wrong. And he says, "Bake, tell him what the answer is." So I told him, and I got it right.
Of course you did.
Yeah, because I followed instructions. You could use the book to get the answer. So we went along the rest of the class, and every time somebody got something wrong, they tell them what the answer is. Not
It's like
do you know, not do you have it. Fake tell them what the answer is. And then he'd look at, especially if it was one of the boys, he'd look at him and says, They got it right. Why didn't you? After that class, every single boy in my graduating class, because we were all juniors in that class, the next 2 years, and still to this day, some of them called me Bake. No problem with that. But that's where the bake came from.
Donna the answer girl. Ah,
Bake,
Well,
still got the reputation to this day.
being a horse, I
bake, and
mean,
bake.
being a smartass. Of
That
course,
too.
somebody calls me a smartass. I go, of course, my ass has been to college.
Hmm.
Well, I had growing up when we were on the farm, which was the worst place for me ever for my allergies. I was sick so much. Well, I was in the hospital 11 times with strep throat alone. It, and
Tonsils out at 33 because of strep throat. I
Hmm.
group B,
don't know. All I know
there's
is they
there's
couldn't
a
get it out of me.
there's a group A and there's a group B. Group A is
Okay.
what most people have and can usually walk around with. Group B is in the yellow fever family.
Well, they did say that I either had the
Ooh.
beginning of rheumatic or scarlet fever based on the fact that my hands puffed up and got all blistered.
Hmm. So mine didn't do
So I
that.
don't know.
My allergies go straight to my throat.
Mine go straight to my sinuses. So,
Yeah. So by the time I got to high school, got away from the farm, was healthier, I still was in the habit of doing my own homework, reading the book, because that's what I did in grade school because I had to since I wasn't freaking in class.
Right.
So yeah, it was easy to do that. And then of course there was the science. Oh, my science teacher, 155 years old, weighed about 90 pounds, 20 of it her hair, uh, high heeled black go go boots, mini skirts. And of course, the preacher's son would go up during the test and flirt with her, and the rest of us would get our science books out and answer and go and do the test.
oh, the designated distraction technique. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I think it is actually funny though when kids can get together and do something like that as a group, and to the point where it's like you don't really want to get them in trouble because they used critical thinking to make something work as a group.
problem solving. Yes.
That's because not that we ever skipped band first period to go get McDonald's and all got marked there.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't dare skip band. That was one of the more fun classes that I had.
We only did that my senior year when the new band teacher, she was a total battle axe
Oh,
bitch.
well, I had this conversation with Lindsay just the other day. She was asking me who some of my high school teachers were that kept showing up in a Facebook group, uh, people recalling them. And she go, "Do you remember this one?" I go, "Oh yeah, that fantastic teacher. Oh yeah, great guy. Oh, that one gave me social acceptance for an entire year by deciding I was a troublemaker and taking me out in the hallway and giving me a paddling.
Mm.
I mean, hey, to have been the guy that got blamed for screwing up the grading curve time and time again because I actually read the book and knew the answers, um, to actually have a teacher go, okay, you're going to have to get punished for that smart ass remark. And that got me a little bit more social acceptance that year. So I was I was actually proud of that whooping. I took it with honor. Uh, it
And
wasn't
I
like
see
my
it
mom
thinking,
was doing it. It didn't hurt. Uh,
I only skipped school twice in high school. Once, my best friend and I were both going through boy issues, so we skipped school after lunch and went to her house, and lost track of time, and I didn't get back to school in time to catch the bus home, which meant I had to call my mother to come get me and admit what happened. And the next day, I went to school with a note that said that I had skipped school.
oh dear.
I'm like, I got to be the only kid in history to ever have a note that said I skipped school. Yeah. The second time was senior skip day. My mother said, you can't just skip school, but your Uncle Pete's having a bit of problems. Maybe we should go visit him that day. Like, okay, I don't care as long as I don't have to go to school when no other senior is going to be there. And I went with a note that said, I didn't skip school. We had a family issue. So I did get an excused absent that day. But I still had to do a little period in the library after school for a half an hour.
Oh, like that's a hardship going to the library.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah. So,
see,
that was always one of my favorite things about school was I had access to the library. Uh, Ooh, there.
the group I hung out with was kind of like, I don't know, we were kind of we were the outsiders, but not the outsiders.
Mm,
And yeah, we did senior skip day the day before everybody else did.
that's what I liked about Rossville. There were no cliques there. Yeah, we had our nerds, we had our jocks, we even had a couple of hippies. We had a white boy with hair that makes Mike Jimmy's look dull. That red. Not Ronald McDonald, but very red. And he had an afro that stood out at least 6 inches all around his head. And then we had the motorcycle guy. But we all worked, the class was all together. The school was all together. There were no cliques. The
We were
only
clicky.
thing, yeah, I mean, we didn't even have the upperclassmen versus the underclassmen stuff. Of
I
course,
ran into a lot of different kinds of cliques, actually. Um, some of it was upperclassmen versus lowerclassmen. Some of it was jocks versus nerds. Some of it was band versus the rest of the freaking school. Uh,
but how
and
big was your school?
um, I think I really can't look it up now, but if probably fewer than 1,000 people, probably somewhere in the 600, 700 people at
Like
one time
approx,
in all four classes together.
I was going to say,
Um,
approximately how many kids did you graduate with?
all of them. I don't know.
Okay.
Over 100, less than a 500. I don't know. It's
Oh
been a long
crap!
time. Um,
I worked on the school newspaper, and to this day, I remember that we gave a newspaper to everyone in the school, including the janitor and the cooks, And every month we put out 113 copies. That's how small my school was.
When we were just Morristown, there was 15 people in my entire grade. So that was the entire grade.
Mm-hmm.
When we combined with the 4 other towns, 3 to 4 other towns, however you put it, there was graduating, there was 80. Don't you dare. No.
I wasn't
There
even
was
thinking of it.
Dare if I will.
But he's like, ooh, what's this? There was 84 people in my senior class, but only 74 graduated.
We actually had somewhere in the vicinity of 75 people in the band alone the year I graduated. But that included the sixth graders they were still in middle school, but we drafted them into the band.
Wait.
They
So
were
that
in
was
the
7 through 6.
they were in the middle school band. Yeah, basically, you started being in the marching band before you ever got into high school. And
They did that our 8th grade year.
Basically, I've said basically a lot, but you got 5 years of free football games.
Mm.
And I was not a football fan, but
You had to pay to get into football games?
Not if you were in the band.
We didn't.
Oh,
We did it when we were just our one little town. We did it, but when you got into
there was a student discount for high school and middle school. Band did not have to pay at all because you were going to be on the field during the halftime show or doing a pregame when it was a homecoming, and homecoming was something totally different.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know,
you
did your halftime show. The opposing team did their halftime show as pregame, and then game started. We usually lost. No, seriously, we had some of the best football players in the entire state, and somehow we always manage to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory at the last minute.
Oh no, we didn't have to pay the football game. They made their money off the concession stand.
Oh yeah. Now during my niece's time at the same high school, football teams were kicking ass and taking names, and they didn't even care that they didn't have a pencil or paper. They were just winning. I have went back for high school reunions basically, and we'd go to the game, and it'd be like, okay, opposing team scored. Within the next 2 minutes, our team scored and got the extra point. And then back and forth and back and forth. I have actually seen a lot of, I guess they call it broken field running, where people are passing the ball back and forth together across the field as they're running for the goal line. And it's like some of those guys should have been on the track team because they were really booking it down the field.
Hello, hi, Chris.
Hello, Chris.
Okay, our school was so small that some of the football players were in the band.
They had to play.
They had to play in the band in their football uniforms.
Well,
oh, my little sister was actually asked to join the football team because she could have just picked up people and ripped them in half and threw them over her shoulders.
Did it catch us meow somewhere?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Not here.
I'm like, Buddy's
I've,
there.
I've got sugars wanting a little attention.
Well, give it to her.
Well,
But it was one of those. Did I hear that? Because Buddy's there,
Yeah.
Georgette's in there.
Aw.
Oh,
I need
Aw.
help, Daddy.
oh,
Put that hand back up here. She looks like you stopped petting me. Get up here.
Aw.
not as beautiful as Aurora, but still beautiful.
Actually, no. Calvin's asleep in his box on the second landing.
Aw, sugar. She's like, ha.
Oh,
Poor Calvin.
I like those purr eyes right then.
Mm-hmm.
Almost closed, like, ooh, yes, Daddy, stroke me some more.
Oh, she's
Poor Calvin. He and Charlotte
I'm
are
going to break
besties,
down without even having to try tonight.
probably. He and Charco are besties. The two little ones that came in think he's better than sliced bread, especially Strips. She adores him. He cannot figure out why Kiddo hates him. It's not that she hates him; she just doesn't want him falling around with his nose up her butt all the time.
Yeah.
So she hisses at him before he even gets a chance, and he get this look. He gets this look on his face and looks up at us. What did you do? He doesn't like me.
How do I get her to like me?
Everybody likes me. Give her a chance, buddy.
Look how big
Okay.
those paws are.
Oh, she's a big little girl. Yeah.
Squeak.
Don't ever call somebody a big little girl. You'll get talked to like that.
Yeah. Wham.
Oh,
Are you
Okay.
going to behave now?
No.
probably not. It's
Why
a
start
cat. What
now?
do you
I'm
expect?
talking to the cat, not you, Donna. I would never ask you such a foolish question.
Oh, Chris, did you hear? I'm the president of Vice, and they called her Chris.
Yes, I heard.
Someone's been watching us like a hawk.
Well, I was
thought
doing that
treasure
while
up
I
there.
was in transit to home.
Ow.
Oh my God, Aurora was so adorable. Oh my
Oh,
God.
yes.
And she just looked at us like, what? You guys
Mike
doing?
was so adorable.
Oh, I know.
Mm.
It made me think back to all of my grandchildren that I got to experience at that age.
Mm.
That I was actually there for them at that particular time, instead of their families living in like Florida when I'm
Hey,
in
Carl, I
Georgia or
apologize.
something else. Oh, grandchildren, great grandchildren. Good God, I've got great grand.
Are you
I'm
gonna be
almost
a
ready
good
to have great great grandchildren. They grow up so fast.
Hey,
Well,
I've
I'm
got
not ready, but I can see it happening soon.
great
Bubba?
nephews and a niece. So why shouldn't you have great grandchildren?
Come here.
I do. Well,
Well,
wait a
come
minute.
here.
Not
Oh.
quite yet. I mean, my oldest grandchildren are in their 40s now.
Hang on a minute.
Oh.
I'll have to ask their mom. But
What, you
Probably
don't know if
close.
they have children?
huh?
You don't know if they have children?
Oh, I don't. I know which ones do have children.
Oh, okay.
That I've been told about. I'm just wondering. Most of those are still elementary school age and not having children of their own quite yet. But it's only a matter of time.
Mm-hmm.
Time does march on, usually to a different drummer, but it happens. Um,
And they're
He's
getting younger and younger these days. My bestie was telling me what the fifth graders were saying to each other on the bus the other day, and I'm like, I never said that to a guy until I was in college.
mhm.
and he didn't dare say no.
Oh, Chris, who do you got now? I was looking down.
This is Rowdy,
It's
Oh,
orange.
okay.
It was his
aka
turn.
Bubba.
It's behind the. It's behind his shit. All I can see was two
Oh,
ears. Oh, oh.
yeah,
I can hear
sugar.
the purr, actually. Or
Yeah.
maybe I'm
From
just
the cat or
imagining
me
that.
and Donna?
Okay, I didn't know where it was coming from, but I knew it was coming through the headphones.
He's
Um,
purring.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sissy got her loving. Now it's his turn.
Yeah. Mm.
After I threatened Buddy and said, "Don't you dare," he laid down on the chair like he was supposed to. He's like, "What's this light with all this stuff hanging on? I gotta see." I'm like, no, you don't.
oh no!
Huh?
She's off being Jane, heralding her presence to everyone who'll listen.
Well, you're talking, but you're not talking to me, Daddy.
Mm. Oh, she could do. She'd do that.
There, I heard the pure. I heard the purring now.
Mhm.
He's a big boy too.
Mhm.
Aw, he's a happy boy.
Mhm. He missed me.
It's amazing how that happens. You leave the house for 5 minutes, you come back, they go, I thought you were gone all day.
You was gone forever. I counted.
Hey,
Well,
it's even worse with the dog. You can't even go to the mailbox without coming back in. It's bounce, 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 bounce. Haven't seen you in so long. It's only been 3 seconds.
he's
Um,
gotten better, but when he was younger, he would cry when I was leaving for
Oh,
work.
mhm.
He's like, "Don't go, Chris."
I dated a girl once that told me that the orange tabbies are usually the most vocal. And
Hmm.
oddly
I can believe
enough,
that.
the male orange tabbies were usually infertile, which you did not want because they're so cuddly. And you want them to found generation after generation after generation. But the
Well,
females, yeah, they'll have loads of kittens. I know that one for a fact.
I'll
uh,
Um,
have I'll have to disagree with that. If you have a vocal Siamese, I'll bet they could outdo a ginger anytime.
Aunt
mm,
Donna,
Yeah.
I had an orange one that had a Siamese for a mother.
Mm.
Mm.
The worst of both worlds. Talkative little
Oh,
thing.
and he would love to caterwaul about 3 or 4 in the morning out here. Oh, meow.
let me
Now,
out.
And I would have to kind of calm him down so the rest of the household didn't get woke up.
Mm,
mine, Maylene did not do that in the middle of the night. But if I was up and around, she talked to me all day long, which came in handy because back then, with the plain old fashioned rotary phone and
Mm-hmm.
no caller ID,
Mm-hmm.
get caught on a sales call,
Mm-hmm.
she'd start talking and didn't matter if it was a man or a woman trying to sell
Mm-hmm.
me something. They go, "Oh, is that your baby? Yeah, I need to go take care of her."
Mm-hmm.
Because Sound just like a baby crying.
Mhm.
I'd have probably just handed the phone to the cat. So you take this. It's for you.
She got on the phone enough talking to her grandma. My mother would call from Florida and ask to
just
talk to the cat.
just to talk to the cat.
Oh, he is so happy right now.
Yes, he is. You could tell.
We had George. It was funny because at night we had to close the door because if we left the door open, he'd come in about 4 o'clock and just meow. I mean, it was just this like, get your ass up. I am here. If the door was shut, he didn't do it. Now these guys, on the other hand, we have to leave the door open because if it's shut, they sit there and meow outside the door.
Hmm.
But if you open the door, they don't come in. They just want to make sure that they have access to you. Well, especially
Yeah.
her, not so much him, but her. She just
Mhm.
has to know she's got access to you.
Mm.
But she, I think, has a broken meower because she does not meow like a normal cat. She kind of croaks almost or quacks or something.
I don't know if it's my connection or not, but you roboted on me.
A little bit. She did.
No, what did you not catch? What? What? Oh no, what didn't you
I
catch?
caught
I think I caught the gist of it. It's just
pretty much caught it all, but it just
No, and
Max headroomed a little bit.
I think there was at least one study that decided that a cat's meow is not something they would do with each other.
Yeah, they
It's
don't.
something they've learned to communicate with humans.
Mhm. Yeah,
So
you
if one
watch a
of them
couple
has an
cats. Yeah,
accent, that just means
they got it off of you.
they got a learning
know,
disability. That's all. Um,
Yeah,
maybe
Hey,
they're
she came
partly
with
deaf.
that.
Hey, yeah.
So somebody, she was raised around ducks before she got here.
there you go.
I think
Yeah, she
cats
does.
are telepathic.
So they communicate. Yeah, through their gestures, through their whiskers and tails and stuff with each other, unless they're growling or hissing.
Yeah, but
But they don't meow at each other.
I think they're partially telepathic. I mean, like actually telepathic, not just the motions, the whiskers, and all that stuff.
Well, and they realize that most humans aren't.
Yeah.
But I miss a cuddly cat.
Mhm.
George was-
Well,
Oh,
she
a big
takes it
cuddly
by
teddy.
spells. This one's
I used to be
it's
able
not
to.
hard to convince him to up in a lap or lay
I
next
used to be able to count on cuddling um, Calvin at least once a day, like during. Never mind the furthermore.
to him. Mhm.
Sometimes twice a day. But since we brought the other cats in, he's been too busy.
Well, they're all girls, aren't they?
No.
Oh,
We think BB's a boy.
okay.
We think Strips is a girl. And of course, we know Kiddo's, since she's the mama, we know that's a girl.
Mhm.
And of course, when we finally get them to the vet, if it's not that way, the names don't have to change.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. There's a couple that I watch on one of the boat videos from England. They had named their cat Alan. Absolutely beautiful tortoiseshell tabby.
Hmm.
And
Well, if it's a
then,
40, that's automatically going to be a girl.
well, they took Alan to the vet and found out, oh, Alan is a girl.
Most torties are.
And they refused to change the name because Alan was used to it by then.
Yep.
Hmm.
So it's not even strange to me. So that lets you know how far down the rabbit hole of being owned
Yes.
by cats is for me.
And we found out if you call him Calvin, that's when he misbehaves the most. But if you call him Callie, like we did at the beginning, and we thought was a girl,
Mhm.
he doesn't behave as badly.
The
I don't know
Girls
why.
behave better than boys
Of course.
because girls are perfect.
Lord, girl, I thought you was in there and you were over here.
See, they're perfect.
She's
Perfect
she
at
gets
hiding.
vocal. She gets vocal. Most of the time she's quiet. She just got that little pout where she's like, "Love me."
Oh,
Quit
and
eating your balls. She loves playing with those little balls, those little sparkly balls, and she gets to the point where she starts
She's
eating
lucky
them, and it's
Buddy's
like,
been snipped.
no.
when you said that, Chris was crinkling something. I know you're talking to him.
I ain't even touching this one. Okay, Carl's gonna go to bed.
Good night.
I, I think he'll thank us for more entertainment tomorrow. 'Cause he's
Okay,
gonna watch
Chris,
the
what are you
second half of
eating?
this. Oh Lord, second half, yo, yeah, we've almost done an entire hour already. Huh? Where does the time fly?
Yeah.
Probably
Good
south
night,
of the
Carl.
geese.
Good night, Carl. 2 o'clock went fast tonight too. I was like, holy shit.
Well, yeah, it's when you're having fun and the banter is going back and forth. It's like click, the whole thing's done and over, and you don't realize how quickly the time passed when something like an SAT test is going on. It seems to take days.
What are you doing, boy? Oh God.
Is he playing with Georgette's balls?
or getting into something so you can get more attention from Daddy.
Excuse me a moment. Good night.
Ooh, ooh. Good night, Carl.
You didn't get your hand over far enough. He was waving with all fingers. He was waving at you.
I'm sure that was what he was doing.
Because he didn't get his hand out. He didn't get his hand over far enough.
And that's what she said.
Okay, that's going to be interesting. I've managed to fill up that trash can this week. I'm going to have to.
I just see an ear.
Going to have to
Can make quite a difference.
be very careful when I'm tying it up so that the excess does not spill and have to be rebagged. I hate it when that happens because I don't want to be a burden.
Right.
I don't want to be a burden to Lindsay cleaning up the house after me as if I were a child.
Then she'd have to tie you up.
We got handcuffs.
Nylons work really well.
As long as she don't go all Kathy Bates and
Hey, if I don't get back to writing soon, I wouldn't put it past her.
oh, by the way, I spoke to your publisher this past weekend.
Sure,
told
he's
him you
highly
said hello.
disappointed in me.
He said, "Yeah, I need to get with him. We got to talk about number 2."
We're gonna talk
No,
shit.
you better.
What he meant was the second space bar
Yes.
book.
Sure.
I was giving him something to play with.
I don't want to play with number 2.
Oh,
You can
Chris,
play with the words.
Chris, you know what I like to play with.
Mm-hmm.
No, he
And
did.
Chris, are you showing us what you like to play with?
As if you didn't know. The editor has spoken.
Oh, Lord.
Don's
Mm.
broken, all right.
Yeah, I'm trying to hold him. She's trying to rub up against the laptop, and
Why do green room comments pop into my head so frequently?
Hell to be
because you
popular.
because you enjoy the green room, Dan.
Yes, I
Well,
do.
don't
But
you?
Mm-hmm.
It's hell to be popular, isn't it, Chris?
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you.
Well, we're gonna have to make some really, really small shirts that say "I love the COC."
Mm-hmm.
For the pussy.
hey, ladies.
Ladies, who the hell's ladies around here?
Lord.
Oh heavens! I could get myself in so much trouble.
I'm about to get myself in trouble. Wait till you see what I type in the private chat.
I can't see it.
I said,
Actually,
wait till you see it. I can't
actually,
type
there's
it yet.
there's nothing in the private chat.
There's about
she's
to be.
she's on her
Okay,
phone.
we'll wait
I'm
for
on my
we'll
phone,
wait
so
for
I
that to
can't.
catch up.
If I go to try to look at it, I'll accidentally knock my ass right out of the program.
You can look at it later.
You know, some days it's just so difficult to behave.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go, Aunt Donna.
No, we're not posting that one, but
That's why I put it in a private chat.
Somebody send it to me.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Okay.
Where are you?
Oh no! I can't do that. No, I can't do. Oh, but it's Chris. No, I can't. It'd be like 17 different replies. Um. Oh.
There you go, Don.
Oh. Now if you could just get Huey Newton in the or Huey Lewis in the news to record that as a song.
Oh,
They've already got half of it.
yeah.
I could do
Oh,
it, but I
poppycock.
couldn't put it out for public consumption.
Oh,
Don't you dare.
Uncle Carl, I have a new parody song for you.
Oh, I already know half the lyrics.
Oh, okay. You can go ahead and write it.
Oh.
I might actually get a ban or a restriction in the humor
In the
group.
secret humor group. Oh. That would be novel.
And Carl would be like shocked and kind of proud at the same time, I think.
Because you're just such a sweet little boy, Chris.
Probably more proud than shocked, but yeah.
Be like, man, I didn't think Chris was capable of doing something like that.
Capable. I didn't think he'd go that far.
I'm going to have to rethink my thoughts on him.
Oh.
I don't think he's gonna be surprised, Chris.
Nah.
Proud, yeah. Surprised,
Mhm.
probably not. After all, he has met you. He knows how rapid fire your wit is too.
Yeah, sometimes.
Which is one of the things that draws everybody together in Last Man Standing, Stupid O'Clock, Rising Tide Network, NDCD. Everybody has got this ability to change gears so quickly and go immediately from, oh, this is kind, this is innocent, to, oh, we're in the green room. Oh, I have the most
Tomorrow
interesting
night.
friend. Yeah. I don't know if Lindsay's still watching TV or if she's gone to bed yet, but
I gave your Facebook thing a emoji so it could get some response.
Which one of us are you talking to?
Dan's broadcast of Last Man Standing.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Like,
Thank
what?
you.
Huh?
Mhm.
Oh, and
Yeah, I always try and like or love or do a wow or some reaction to influence the algorithms so people get more viewers.
Oh, you like to influence the algorithms. We know this.
Hey,
Oh,
as I said earlier, Facebook's
I do.
algorithms were drunk along with Facebook.
algorithm.
Because Donna got to see a post from December 23rd.
Oh, Poppy
Right,
Talk.
already seen again.
Yeah.
That's a
You
second.
know, I've been getting that
one,
too.
Like I said, Facebook is drunk and so are the algorithms.
Well, usually when something comes up that I've already seen from way back when, somebody else has just seen it and commented on it. But that wasn't the case when two of them from December 24th from Carl. Like, okay, why are you showing me these?
Because it's drunk and stupid and lazy.
Yeah. And still trying to catch up with us.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck with that.
Exactly. Oh, that's still cold. Thank you. Hey, Lindsay's little fridge over here that she gave me as a Christmas present is still going strong. I'm loving that thing. What I don't love is when I get up the next day and it's not empty. What has happened to my capacity? Swear I'm still sober. This is.
Hey, Thesis.
Oh, hey, Thesis, how you doing?
Hi, Thesis. I guess you're there.
Just popped into the general chat.
Hey, Thesis.
Hi, Thesis.
He's on YouTube. Believe it or not, you just missed Uncle Carl. He stayed up
way past his bedtime.
We just missed Uncle Carl having a makeout session with Aunt Donna.
That's nothing.
And then we don't know where his hand was, but it was not in the right spot.
I know exactly where his hand was. Same place mine would have been in that circumstance.
I'm not saying.
I don't know. There's several spots I could have thinking of put them.
Hey, pretty much.
That didn't show on camera.
That didn't show on camera. Damn camera. I'm going to have to go down the hall. I'll be right back.
Hell, I can turn the damn camera up if I'm there in person. You can look at the ceiling.
We might actually get monetized.
I hope he kept his earpiece in.
Probably.
Let's see. What can we do to make you miss?
Well,
Tell him that his editors planning on getting with him sooner than he was afraid he might be.
You probably almost made him go number 2.
Oh,
well,
my.
he's right there at the bathroom, you know. It all cleans up. Some of it's a little messier than others. Damn, I broke Dawn. Sorry, Dawn.
No, you're not.
Man, if you could see Dawn right now, you would be missing. It's funny, Dan. She had to hide underneath her shawl. She's still giggling. Even Donna's smiling. It's pandemonium. Oh, God, she went under the shawl again. Holy crap.
Poor Don,
Oh,
you
this
knew
got
her
me
well.
hard.
Oh, shit.
Not there.
And her hair's messed up.
I took this off. You're just looking at me like, what the hell?
She'll go to bed and Chad will look at her drowsily and go, how did your hair get all messed up? I was under the blanket with Chris.
We have other uses for you, darling.
Yeah, Thesis, I think we did.
Oh,
Thesis did what? Or you did what? You see the chat, remember?
It's about the third time this show, too.
He said, I think he broke Dawn.
Yeah? I think I've broken now a couple times.
no, we didn't break Dawn. We just bent her severely.
Because if you do a bigger pole, it doesn't get bent as much.
That depends on the angle.
Yeah.
How big, or how
about
big your,
that one.
or how big your Lindsay is.
Oh,
I don't know. Carl's giving me a couple of his munsies.
He's
There are
generous.
bad angles.
He's generous that way.
Well, bad angles are different than curves.
Oh, as Wolfman Jack says, honey, if you got the curves, I got the angles.
Yeah, it just depends on the how rigid
Oh,
the angle
the
is.
voice just went down an octave, and Dawn goes, my eyes just glazed over.
I'm sorry, I was too busy reading what Thesis said.
Oh, shit. It's going to make me go on.
Yeah,
my
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree, Blade. Thesis.
Oh,
No, you're
Thesis,
not bending
Thesis,
the
you got to
pole.
send me a friend request so I can send you invites to being here. Oh dear. One day this. Ooh.
Which
That
channel
hurt
is he
severely.
watching on?
Mm.
Thesis, if you want a friend, if you want to be on the show, I can send you an invite because we are friends on Facebook.
Okay, good. That's a shortcut. Depends on whether or not Thesis wants to be associated with us in public.
I just want to clarify, it's not the pole that's bent, it's what's going around it.
Severely dented,
Because
shall we say.
because sometimes you just can't get the reading you want when it's just curved a little too much.
If it's curved too much, see your doctor.
There's no such thing
And,
as
and I
too
do
much of a
promise
curve.
Thesis. I do promise Thesis that for you and Foxy, I'll try not to behave like this. No, I can be professional when I need to be, and not that kind of professional.
You
Dawn
just broke
promises
that.
not to behave like this. Sorry. Give me a minute. I've got to process which new universe I just entered.
You'll have to use the last one, the bottom one,
Oh,
Thesis, because
oh,
both shows are on there.
Mm.
So you like it on the bottom, huh, Chris?
Somebody roboted.
You like it on the bottom, Chris? Is what she asked.
I guess it just depends on the day.
Oh. It's really warm in here suddenly.
Yeah, is it hot in here? Or is it just dawn?
It's not dawn. Well, I mean, I am hot. Not that kind of hot.
Oh,
The-
oh dear.
Well,
Pardon me.
if he wants to join in.
No.
My internet's lag.
There's nothing wrong with either. Actually, it's just
Yes, Dan.
make sure you don't roll out of the bed when you're trying to change. That's all, or car or wherever it happens to be taking place. Oh,
Hey, Gary.
oh, hello, Kiri. I don't think you can save us now, but
Hi, Gary. I don't think there's no saving for me. Ever. Ever, ever.
roll for initiative.
I got all the initiative you could take, honey.
That's like going, oh my god, that would have been hilarious. The 80s theme D&D.
Oh, ouch, ouch, ouch. It feels so much better when it actually pops.
That's what she said.
I would ask, what am I going to do with you two, but you'd tell me.
Yeah, we
We
would.
might demonstrate too.
Draw little
Left
pictures.
hand green. Would you say, Donna? I said left hand green.
I don't remember it. It was not that long ago.
For the record, Kiri,
Oh,
I'm just looking
yes.
at what Donna said. They broke me like 3 times now.
I hope
Yeah,
my
but we
mother
also
never
broke
discovers
Dan.
this channel.
I remember now what I said. We'd not only tell him, but we'd show him. Draw little stick figures.
I am intuitive. Oh, I used to have a badge that I wore at some of the earliest conventions I went to. It's
Oh,
a
here
great
she
big
goes.
badge, and it said, "I am a creative plaything." It came off a teddy bear. I thought it was appropriate for me at the time.
Oh, wait, I was going to take my
I'm
hair down,
sorry.
and then I forgot that I already told Dan that I wasn't taking my hair down tonight because he was naughty.
That's all right. Somebody else actually already did.
Took their hair down.
Took Don's hair down?
No, took their hair down. Remember, I do not live alone.
Oh, I know. Fine. I'm never taking my hair down again because Dan doesn't appreciate it.
Oh, I appreciate it every time.
Sorry, my internet went a little wonky a while ago. I had to start over.
Understood.
Wonky
Y'all were
happens.
roboting, and I'm sure I missed out on some fun repartee, but
That's okay. We'll probably. I don't even know how
I'm
to
not-
finish that sentence. Somebody
not taking my-
editor.
I'm not taking my hair down for Dan anymore.
I heard that. I was talking about a few
Before
moments
that.
ago.
Well,
Disappeared.
I don't know what the hell you heard.
Well, it was shortly after you asked if I liked it on the bottom.
I think that was a thesis, but I don't think it was a directed personal question, but more of an
No, that
observation.
was Don asked him.
Oh, okay. Well, I've
Oh,
lost track. Um,
And then Dan wanted instructions, so I told him, yeah, we not only tell him, but we draw pictures with stick figures.
Mhm. Mhm.
left hand green.
hey, when I was building
Right foot
model cars,
Or
all
headboard.
I
his.
ever needed was the exploded diagram where I could see where all the pieces fit. Um,
Can you
didn't
imagine
have
a
to.
Venn diagram with this?
Ooh,
I wonder what
I
we can
think
get to overlap.
I think Vin would probably sue. Um, copyright infringement and why am I getting an email from Bob Guccione? He's dead. Um, seriously. No, I'm not going to write for Penthouse Letters.
Um,
Oh,
Let's get paid this job.
I got
is
it.
Omni
Go ahead, Chris.
is Omni magazine still in existence?
Um, I don't think so,
Yeah, because
but
that was a weird thing about it. He had a broad range of stuff that he published.
yes. And then there was a short-lived thing called Omni Online, which
Mhm.
started at about the same time as Aphelion, but they they folded, and Aphelion's still here.
Yep,
Mm.
you have managed to
That's
keep.
that's weird. That's really weird. I outlisted somebody who was being funded by publishing photographs of very pretty naked women,
Yes, exclusive, pretty
and I
naked
I
women.
didn't do that. I I could, but
Yeah,
I didn't. Maybe I should, but I
yeah.
won't. Um,
Well, I don't think
It,
there's as much money in it as there once was.
well, yeah. The internet kind of cut the rug out from under that industry.
Yeah, the internet's been a mixed bag. Some of it's good, some of it not so good.
I got an email today. It promised to make my dick bigger.
you forwarded to Rich.
Oh Lord.
That wasn't exactly where I was going with that, but that's a good one. Uh, Carl, you seen this? Um,
Ma- Maybe they were trying to make it keep up with the size of your brass balls.
well, you, it did come to my Carly email address. So I'm thinking that they're thinking I was a guy named Carl Lee. They're wrong, but
boy, are they wrong.
Oh,
Uh,
this is so cute.
well,
What,
thank you,
Donna's
but I don't think so.
non-existent penis?
No, there's a picture of a kitty cat that's praying and on its hind legs.
Better be praying for us because we're fucked.
Mm.
I don't know. It's probably just going. How do I work this can opener again? Hey,
By
believe
meowing
me,
loudly in their face.
if they had thumbs, they wouldn't need us for anything.
that's for
Uh,
sure.
But they would still expect us to clean their shit boxes out.
Not my cats. They get upset when Carl cleans their boxes. You're stealing our shit. Put that back. Especially Calvin, because Calvin is very particular about how that's cut. In fact, he gives the other cats instructions on how to cover up their in the litter box.
They're deposits.
You got to do it just a certain way, and then Dad comes along and just disrupts everything and takes it out after he's so carefully buried it just right.
I was saving that. Uh,
Yep.
And none of our cats have ever been served food from a can that we had to use a can opener on,
oh yeah.
and yet the few cans that we have, some of the soup cans that have to be opened with a can opener, and there they come. You're like, yeah, that's a food thing. Even though we don't get to eat whatever comes out of there, that's a food sound.
Yeah. Mommy and Daddy are eating. Let me go beg so I can get some.
Baby.
Oh Lord.
Um, you know, Christine Davies,
Yes,
she has her own little shop where she puts together seasonings and stuff.
they are excellent. I can tell you from experience.
Especially their grub rub. Used to put that on, well, any meat that I cooked. Carl stopped having me put it on his hamburger so he could share his hamburger with the cats that weren't supposed to eat at the table. Yeah. This time we're not feeding the cats at the table, right? Sure, honey. As he slips a piece of hamburger or a piece of cheese
We
down
did
to
really
the
good
cat
with
under the
these two.
table.
Oh,
Oh, get with bladed thesis.
Lindsay is such a soft touch. Everything that she fixes for herself to eat, the dog and the cat think that they get their share. And I'm going, honey, don't complain. You let them break your resistance down, and you started giving them food off of your plate.
Mm-hmm.
So now everything she eats,
She's got to share.
she's got to. Her tea. She has to make a cup of tea for the dog.
Now, Kyle hasn't had to go that
And then
far.
she complains when the dog gets a zoomies. And I'm going, it's British
Yeah,
tea.
Hey,
That's
Um,
got as much or more caffeine in it than coffee.
uh-huh.
George.
Well, now
always
so
got
does
a
the dog.
George always got a sample of what we had if he could eat it. It was chocolate. No, and we're like, nope, we're not doing that with these two. And we've done really well with not feeding these two people's food or scrap food or anything. But yeah, George was completely different.
Oh, I just got this. Not
That's
it
what
just
I was
arrived.
asking.
It just the penny just dropped.
Yep.
That's a green room comment if I ever heard one.
It's way different with cats. Cats would be like lying on the bed and they'll look up and go, "Oh, it's
Wait.
mommy."
That's called cannibalism.
No, this is more like the Ukrainian judge gives it a 7.
Ban. Think about that.
I understood it when you said it. Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
And yet not something any of us would turn down.
I actually paused there, Aunt Donna.
You rendered him temporarily speechless.
Temporarily being the operating term.
Yeah.
And yes,
Hey,
We can't ever quiet down.
even temporarily is an accomplishment where you're concerned.
you are so evil. I like that. I love you.
Chris,
Somebody needs
Wait,
to.
which one of us is evil?
Me.
Oh, I thought we were all evil.
that's why we get along so well.
In
Chris.
various
Right.
degrees.
I did manage to make him speechless another time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you were kissing me at the time, so I couldn't talk.
Okay. On the line. Somebody in the green room was saying something, and he had a little much that night, and he started talking over him, and I'm like, Dan, so and so's talking, and he kept on, and finally I said, Dan, shut up, and he went.
Wow.
I love you, Dan.
Oh, I love you too, but
See, I told you I have no problem in telling you it's not your turn.
That's what she said. And that's what she said.
Well, he was pontificating one night on here, and he was telling a really interesting story, and then he stops himself and like, I'm talking too much, and I'm like, you know, I have no trouble in telling you to shut up.
Yeah.
So go ahead with your story.
I remember that one.
I've slept since then. Oh. And no, that was not, oh, I'm remembering something. That's, oh, that hurts so much, but if it pops, it'll feel so much better. I don't know what it is.
You know what? Last time I felt like that, Dan, they stuck dead people in me.
I don't think necromancy is one of those things I want to experience, but
I'd rather put that off a while.
I know it sounds really bad when I say that, but I am a tissue recipient. But it's just fun saying there's dead people in me.
it takes a necromancer to raise a family all at once.
Well, I don't think Thesis wants to come on tonight.
Oh. Well, he knows us. Do you blame him?
He's like, he's saving it for tomorrow night's what it is.
Yeah.
See, we all blow our load tonight, and then tomorrow night we're tired.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah.
And I appreciate your help.
Over with, I'm ready to blow a load.
What was that? I was coughing.
Can we talk, Chris? Or can we do something besides talk, Chris? You better look at that red face.
Negotiations had to happen in private chat, please.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean that other people will not be making notes. Ooh.
Hannah's gone awfully quiet. She must be in the private chat.
Who?
Nobody's in a private chat with me.
No, I started coughing. I took a drink.
We're just negotiating here.
What do I get out of it?
I don't know. Ask Chris.
You got to negotiate.
Chris, what do I get out of it?
I am being hot and enjoying my cookie.
Oh,
I got a cookie
he's
for
not
you.
At home. Understood, Jesus.
Never mind.
What kind of cookie you got there, Chris?
I need to go to the taco stand soon.
A good one.
Oh, yeah.
Girl Scout cookies are out up here.
The one with parking in the back.
Wait, there's cookies in the back?
Where the no parking is.
Just don't get between the people that have these storage sheds out there and the taco stand. Gotta drive carefully in that particular.
There's cookies in the back. There probably was some improper digestion going on.
There's cookies cookies in back where the taco was. Supposed to be able to find the taco. Oh,
Well,
you hurt me.
Thesis, I'm a pagan. What do you think?
Taco in the front, mole in the back.
Yeah.
They better be real. I paid enough.
You know shit. Pretty soon there's gonna be like $6 and you get one cookie. Here you go.
Mm.
Oh, are we gonna go over the old farts routine? Yeah, I remember then. So Girl Scout cookies were $2.50 a box, and I couldn't afford more than two.
I'm just gonna say that Girl Scout cookies cost way too fucking much.
I don't care. I still ordered like 8 boxes.
It's a racket.
This one time.
I don't care.
As Joe Dog likes to say, the dealers are back. You can get your fix now.
Yep. Well, and I'm supporting my little nephew's girlfriend, so.
Yeah. It's going to a good cause.
Yep.
Because it's after midnight, I believe I can show this one.
Oh, Lord.
You haven't heard that before, Don?
Yes, I have.
I was going to say, that's as old as I am.
I just was not expecting that. I wasn't aware. I should learn that.
Mm.
Is this where I admit that I used to be a brownie?
Not
Well,
in public.
Does that mean when the Boy Scout becomes an Eagle Scout, he ate the whole brownie troop?
Oh, that's bad because those. No, Chris, we're not going.
Maybe the entire box.
Well, usually we do like it when the entire box is ate.
Oh, I hope my mother never discovers this channel.
It's too late, Dan. It's too late.
Oh, we broke Kiri.
Oh, you know how difficult that is to break Kiri?
We broke Kiri. We broke.
You break your Kiri, they almost broke me.
That means new words to the Thin Mints, doesn't it?
God. I'm really evil.
Oh, they've got a new one that's like French toast.
Oh, I've had it. It's really good.
Oh, good, because I bought a box to try them.
I thought they were good. But you might not like them.
Why not?
It's French toast.
Maple leaf flavored.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can suffer maple syrup once in a while.
Mm.
You can fake it with the maple syrup.
Oh, gosh, he's a youngster.
Thesis. I think that was an old joke when my mother was in the 6th grade. So that would have been. Oh, mom is not going to want me to say that date.
No, don't say that.
That was decades ago.
Thesis and I are about the same age, so tread carefully on what you're going to say to him.
I'm not saying anything. Absolutely, I will not interfere.
Okay, I will admit that was an old joke when I was a brownie, and that was back in 1964.
Oh, come here. Well, I can't pet you if you don't come here. Well,
so you chase.
I say that to so many girls.
You chase the pussy. If the pussy is teasing you, you chase it.
Oh, chase? Are you saying chase or taste?
Both.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
oh God.
Hopefully, if you chase her long enough, you get to taste it.
That reminds me of a terrible joke I need to tell y'all tomorrow in the green room.
No, I'm sorry. I learned hunting from experts. if you sit still long enough, it will come to you.
Yep.
Just have to dangle the right bait. Fishing reference, of course.
Yep.
Oh yeah, we're using a minnow or a night crawler.
Ah,
A snake. Are
Well,
you
don't
Jamie?
underestimate the influence of the rod may have on the.
Oh, Lord.
I made it past Cub Scouts many times. Just walk right past them.
yeah, but they still chase you.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. Y'all can hear her
I
purring.
know, I know. Uh,
Aw. That's a happy baby.
Yes, her is.
never mind about my mom not watching. I hope my wife never watches this.
Yeah, she better be. Better be cautious. She see me stroking the cats.
You notice he said stroking the cat.
Instead of petting the pussy.
Mm.
Well, I
Somebody had to
knew
pet.
y'all would cover anything I missed.
What was the first part of that, Chris?
I said, well, I knew y'all would cover anything I missed. Oh,
I'd cover
are you
something.
getting
I was
restless?
just thinking that too.
Yeah, you don't know what you want. You just know you want it.
Yeah.
Au contraire, I do know what I want.
I think Queen said it best. I want it all, and I want it now.
Yep.
Um,
Good song. You know, I
very,
got to
yeah,
thinking about it when I was at Chattacon this past weekend. Queen did the soundtrack for Flash Gordon, of course.
yes.
And they also did the soundtrack for Highlander, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I know they did a song from it.
Yes, yes.
Yep.
Yeah, It's a Kind of Magic's one of my favorites from that. And of course, they did the Iron Eagle soundtrack, One Vision.
Mm.
There's
Now
that.
there was a version of um, Fritz Lang's Metropolis that was
Yes,
colorized, and
Giorgio Moroder did it, and he used Radio Gaga for one of the songs from it.
for one, yeah, they used a lot of different bands' stuff
Hmm.
for the soundtrack, which, since it was a silent movie,
Hmm.
soundtrack didn't exist. So
Yep,
in the original,
I saw
but
both versions.
I think I've got a copy of the one with the soundtrack on it. Oh, and there was a silent version of the Lon Chaney Senior Phantom of the Opera
Hmm.
that Rick Wakeman did a soundtrack for,
Oh,
and they
cool.
re-released the movie with that. And I'm going, do you know how much I worship the ground that Rick Wakeman walks on because of Journey to the Center of the Earth and all those other things that I listen to? That, if I could get a hold of a copy of that, that would be just.
Well,
I just watch it just to hear the soundtrack.
you do
And
know that Lady Gaga got her name from the song Radio Gaga by the Queen.
I've heard that, but I keep forgetting it. Oh,
Do, 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 do. La-la-bum, la-la-bum. Everybody went quiet.
we were listening
We
to
did.
you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I'm
But
thinking
you
of
were
mean things
doing
to say,
a
and I don't want to be mean.
Quinn absolutely did the soundtrack for Highlander. One of the first things that got him into the sword. Kiri says he's going to have to pay a visit to the bar at the Chattahoochee Hotel again one weekend. Visiting bars is something that should not ever be given up.
Yeah.
Circumstances may change, but and Donna, absolutely.
I read that as Hallowcon.
Yeah.
Well, Hallowcon, Chattahoochee,
Yeah.
LibertyCon, a lot of the same people show up, so
Yeah.
you're guaranteed to be in pleasant company.
Well,
I'm not going to get Carl down to either one of those other two because you've all talked about how many people there are there.
Well, yeah. LibertyCon
Dan
is.
should cut him up for IndieCD.com.
LibertyCon's not that bad.
I should.
Uncommon. That's a different story.
Yeah. I should go to a lot more conventions now. Don't know whether or not we will. I would like to add one in the spring and one in the winter because I consider Hallowcon to be fall, LibertyCon to be summer, and I think that's all I can safely do in a single year because I do have obligations. There's stuff I've got to write. There's stuff I've got to compose. There's stuff I've got to do. So I can't.
But you're going to be retired. You'll have a lot of time to do that stuff.
But if I go to a convention every weekend, I won't have any time to do that.
Well, you're not going to go to one every weekend, Dan.
I know, but people do. People do.
Yeah, there's some people
Other people do.
Yeah, that is what they live for, is to go to a convention every weekend.
Well, they also have the money to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, it's not so much the money, it's more the driving time. Because I can't go to something so far away that I've got to take a plane because airport security is a thing. Take that however you want.
You basically need it to be Chattanooga, Atlanta area.
Well, Chattanooga, Atlanta, Spartanburg, Greenville, maybe as far south as Macon. I'm not sure. But, I love Chattanooga.
Atlanta has a plethora of...
Yeah, but you got to drive through Atlanta to get there. That's the thing.
Did you hear that? Fowler.
Honey, we may not get the Fowler if the weather's bad.
Yeah.
I'm planning on being there. Even if the weather's bad, I'll freaking crawl. I'm kidding.
That'll be interesting.
More power to you.
Yeah.
Carl's like, there's a Monday event in so and so city, and I'm like, we don't go north of Danville this time of year.
I know, which is why I don't plan on seeing you guys for another few months. After, depending on how IndieCD, but unless I keep just bringing up pie from Busy Corner, you might go, shit.
No. Now, my family is going to expect me to be able to go to the family reunion for the next few years. And that's up north of Knoxville. But
that's a drive for you.
Yeah.
It's about 5 hours, maybe 6. Depending on which route I find.
I drive 9 hours to come see you.
I rode 9 hours to come see you.
Okay, I rode 9 hours.
441, Dan.
I've done that. Matter of fact, that was the way that I first learned to go. 431. It winds up going right there without having to change
Yeah.
from one road to another. It is a continuous route from right next door
Mm,
up through Knoxville, up through La Follette and Jacksboro
yeah.
and Cove Lake. Yeah. Trouble is, the van can't make it over the Smoky Mountains without some really scary driving coming down the mountain when she comes.
Mm,
Um, I have to try
um,
and go around, and which means I got to go through South Carolina, North Carolina, hit 40, and take 40 to Knoxville, and then yeah, and then go north.
have you thought about getting off 441 before it gets so high and maybe using 411?
No, I haven't. Um, if
Because if you take 411, you'll pass through my neck of the woods.
if if the transmission in the van would actually lock into a lower gear,
Mm-hmm.
so that I could go down those steep mountain passes without having one hand on the steering wheel and the other one holding the gear shift in place.
Mm-hmm.
I could do it, but I did that once. Scared the fuck out of me and Lindsay.
Yeah. That would be my suggestion. Get off 441 before it gets too much for your van to handle going downhill, and then see if you can get on 411.
Yeah, it's not the uphill, it is the downhill. And
Yeah.
it's just because this was designed for people that
Well, the
do
reason
not
why
have
I
to
said
cope with
uphill is
the
because
Smoky
if you
Mountains.
get off before you go uphill, you won't have to go downhill.
Well, that's the reason I go through the Carolinas and hit 40 that way. It takes an hour or two longer, but it eliminates all but one of the most scariest downhill descents in the entire trip. You still
How
got that
far?
one. You still got that one. And
Mhm.
it's basically you're going straight downhill at Mach 7, and there's a curve with a
Oh,
bridge at the
you
bottom.
can't do that. I had an idea, but I just automatically remembered something that you can't do that.
Yeah, well,
Too steep.
uh,
I started to
and
say you could take 515 up to LJ and then get on 282, but
oh, LJ's beautiful.
282 is rough going down from LJ to Chatsworth.
I think I've done that in a Ford van
Mm,
coming back from Knoxville,
mhm.
and it's like you get
Going up.
one. You there's one road I was on. Don't know why I was driving my brother-in-law's van, but I was.
Mm-hmm.
We got to one point. We got to the we got to the top of the hill. Everything was fine,
Mm-hmm.
and then we crested the hill, and it's like, have
Oh
you
Lord,
ever seen anything that steep that wasn't on a roller coaster?
damn! Did you drive
It's
down
too
Fort
late. We're
Mountain?
committed.
Did you drive down Fort Mountain? Because hell, that sounds like 52, not 282.
I don't know what it was. I really don't. Um, at that time, when I was much younger, it was fun, but it's scared the absolute dickens out of me while I was driving. And like I said, I was much younger then, didn't have so much to live for as I do now.
Yeah.
So, Don,
Yes.
don't be too surprised if the weather turns not too badly and you get a text, hey, you want to go to Busy Corner tomorrow?
Where to, like within the next day or two, or down the road?
Oh, hell, not in the next day or two.
I was like, because we just got an inch of snow tonight.
I was going to say, we're in a winter warning right now.
Yeah.
Well, the weather was the warmest it's going to be this week today at work, so I dread
Yeah.
tomorrow night
And
because
you have to face that. You have to face that open air loading dock too.
Yeah.
And wind chill is going to be a really big thing for you.
Yeah.
So
Just to say, we're
Oh,
stay dressed
boy,
warm,
this is
be happy you're
winter.
not here.
yeah,
Boy,
wrap
this is winter
wrap
misery.
everything up. Oh, farthest east. Been going to Missouri to visit Foxy's family.
Was that in West Missouri or East Missouri? West Missouri. Oh my God, the mountains there.
I
Hills.
think you said she lived an hour north of Kansas City. So that's where her family was from.
Is
Kansas
that
City
like
is
by
a
St. Joe?
Yeah,
no.
probably close to St. Joe. It's probably closer to St. Joe than it was Kansas City.
No, St. Joe is. I'm trying to remember
It's north of
halfway.
Kansas City.
St. Joseph is north of that because that's where we stayed when we went to. That's where we crashed out the night we finally tapped out on the way up to Deadwood. Yeah, that place we went up there. That's over there. That when you live in Illinois and you go to South Dakota, but you go via Tennessee. That's the way you go.
Oh God.
Well, they had to pick up somebody.
Yeah.
Low of 14 tomorrow night. Low of 11 Saturday night. Low of 19 Sunday night. Then it starts getting nice.
Sure, it will.
Compared to what it's been, it's nice. Trust me. The bad thing is, I got to go to a wedding Saturday.
You're getting married?
No, it's not my wedding. That's the important thing.
Okay, so that's
But the
relatively.
bridesmaids are going to be very happy when he gets there.
I'll bet.
I don't know. I don't know. It's an unofficial niece's birthday, and wedding, and I don't know if I don't know how responsive they will be to seeing me.
Lived about an hour from St. Joe. Okay.
Yeah, which is northwest of Kansas City.
Yep.
We used to go. Friend and I used to go to Kansas City all the time, and then down south of Kansas City to where his mom had a house by the lake and her family. And you'd get down and it just squiggly scrolls up and down the hills. And that's where the graveyard that they buried his grandmother in. And we went down for the funeral on top of a hill, cold, rainy day. I didn't know this, so I was wearing a dress, stupid me. And the preacher man should have retired 4 years ago, years before that. He repeated the whole frickin' service 3 times before somebody stood up and got him to finish. 3 complete times while we're standing there in the cold rain, windy on top of this hill. It's like,
Yeah. Seen that happen a time or two myself, but it's not. Okay, little town called Rockport. Okay. Folks, we got about 4 minutes, so let's.
They don't make shoes there, do they?
That was very left field.
Rockports are usually shoes that are designed for bigger and heavier set guys, and they're more durable than a lot of stuff are. That's why I just said that. I wasn't trying to be a smart ass. I was seriously curious.
Okay, could be. Never know. Oh, and that reminds me, I've got a pair of really shiny shoes that I got from Goodwill that I'm going to have to take to a shoesmith and get resold because evidently they were dancing shoes and somebody wore them out. They took real good care of the uppers, but the soles had seen a lot of wear. There were a lot of pirouettes going on in this. I mean, I'm imagining.
Hey, I resemble that remark.
Hey, I'm imagining ballroom dancing on steroids here because
my poor soul has been used so much that it's just worn out.
Hey, Bubs, you back? Oh.
Well, as
You see me?
I was saying, we got about 3 minutes left, folks. Let's wrap it up so we don't get complaints from people trying to watch tomorrow.
Good night.
Good night, everybody. Go good, guys.
And
Thanks for
thank you
breaking
very
me a
much
few
for being
times.
here. We really have enjoyed your being part of our audience and for interacting in the chats.
Yep.
And
Thank you, Thesis. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you, Donna.
And I really want to let you know how much I appreciate the 3 of you for being here and helping making this special too. So we shall reconvene.
There's 4 of us now. There's switched 3 because now there's 4 of us on screen.
Well, I wasn't counting me.
No, I know, but there's 5 of us on screen.
There is. Oh, the cat. Excuse me.
Carol?
Well, you said y'all can do what y'all gonna do. It's I'm getting some attention.
Lucky cat.
That's what I'm thinking. Only I'm not thinking cat.
He is bird.
Time to say goodnight, Gracie.
We will reconvene in the green room for more shenanigans. And I get away with it.
Shenanigans.
Chicanidans. Chicanons? Watch out, we're gonna...
Yes.
That? He's back. Tacky is back.
Go good, guys.
Oh, heavenly day.
Night.
Good night, everyone, and thank you for being here. I would say something even more risque, but I'm not going to. I'll do that tomorrow.
I think we said enough.
There's not been one risque thing said all night.
Not this risque. In any case, thank you for being here for the sketchy shit. But
totally got away with it.
Yeah, we got away with it. Unlike Joe Dog's outro, yeah, we got away with it. So, you know, what the police can't catch you for didn't happen. Cop didn't see it, never happened. Uh, Mama didn't see it, never happened. Daddy didn't see it, yeah, he did. He just let you get by with it. Bye bye, folks. We'll see you tomorrow night or Saturday night, whichever schedule fits your convenience. And it's been fun. It's been a lot of fun, and I want to thank everybody for making it as much fun as it always is. Good night.
Good night.
You know,
Transmission overload.
System will shut down. System will shut down.
Transmission overload.
System will shut down.
Transmission overload.
System will shut down.
Transmission overload.
System will shut down. System will shut down. System will shut down.